Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another fine episode here at the Artist Corner, where your friendly neighborhood illustrator, Mr. Dave Joyner, brings you fine drawing tutorials on a regular basis. Let's go ahead and zoom in now and try to get a little more work done here. As you can see, I am attempting to let's see if I can hit the bottom of the illustration in. I think I can. Looks about right. There we go. Alright, today we are doing our very best. I'm going to come back in here now, and we are actually going to talk a little bit about geology. It's a big fancy word. But, you know, you have to kind of start a study on your own about the way things sit on a surface, and, you know, the way that they're going to sit. As this is a log, we've got a side we can see of the dirt. As the dirt is going this way, we want to be able to show that the dirt is sort of going, what's the word? Well, it kind of comes, it sort of is heaping up against the side of this log. But at the same time, this is when you take the opportunity to show that the log isn't, doesn't actually have, no, hold on just a second. I'm having a hard time focusing here. Let's just understand. This is actually one of those really difficult things to try to draw. The dirt on the side of the log has a plane, a line set that goes this way, but then it also has the flat side or the rough side of the wood. That it's resting up against as it's building up, and here is this. And it's sort of, this isn't the way I'm just sort of gonna put little bits of dirt in here. I'm not gonna spend too much time with that because I will be doing that probably mostly with a pencil. Same here. I'm gonna come in here, and we know that the dirt is sort of sitting against the inside of this log. Now, dirt on this side as well. And we're going to go ahead, put a rock here, and a rock here.
How do you set your background?
And right.
How do you do that?
Be right back. So, now we're going to come in here with this, our trusty, since to show you what we've done here. We've outlined the water and the rest of the plants, and now I'm going to go ahead and come in here. We're going to start remembering that everything in the distance, it will be the lightest, so we're going to just give it a nice uniform oh, not with this one, we don't want to use that one. Let's get the black, here we go, let me sharpen it up. Boom. Now it's sharp. You like that? Now we're going to come in here, and we are going to start off lightly filling in the area in the background here. We're going to try to remember that we're trying to create the illusion of hills. So they're going to be darker down here, and they'll be lighter up here. And then the same on the top area up here. I'm going to come in and sort of create this effect. Hope you can come. Oh, I know you might not even be able to see that. It's darker on the page than it is on the camera, but that's a good thing. It helps me to judge how dark we want to go. So I'm just gonna come in here like this. Hold on. And so now that we have defined the background, we're going to go ahead and darken in the area that is furthest down towards the grass. We're going to go ahead and remember that as it gets further away from the eye, it's going to get lighter. So the stuff down here is going to be darker than this back here. That's going to be lighter, this will be darker. So dark on the sides, light in the middle, because that's further away than the two sides are.
Get out of here! Go! I'm sorry.
Now, I don't think you can notice, but it's very important that we have come in on the sides, and we've darkened this in, we've darkened this in, allowing this area here to go further away, bringing these closer to the eye from both sides. Now we're going to come in here and start doing some of the shadowing in the grass and on this tree. And the reason why we're using this pencil is, you'll see here on the side of my hand, we're getting very little darkening, which can happen if you use the trusty old Dixon Ticonderoga. And in this case, I am going for a more finished look. So we'll be right back. As you can see, we've come in here. We have highlighted this tree. We have taken the time to designate a light source. So we know that this is darker here and it's lighter here, so it must be light, then we must have a light side and a dark side here. If it makes sense to you. We've got light shining from over here, and it's darkening this hillside, and then we've got the same effect on this tree. And everything gets darker as it gets closer, but in all actuality, it's just going to get more and more defined with shadows to my best of my ability. So, the effect I am attempting to go for in this illustration, it's going to be the money shot, basically, as I like to describe it, is most the thing that's going to give feeling to this picture is how on this side of the illustration we're going to really show the grass using darks. So I'm going to come in here now. So as you can see, we are really defining the mid-ground with this darkened color here. It really is going to come right up to the edge of the wood, and then we'll have light shining. Remember to take time to sharpen your tools. In a second here, I'm going to go and sharpen my pencil. And before the end of this episode, we're going to come down here and we're going to start defining just a little bit of the darkened area in here. This will be our darkest zone, so we can really come in here now with our dark pencil and define it. Hey, sweetheart. Knowing that's going to be our darkest zone. I'm going to go ahead and say for now, thank you for joining me here at the Artist Corner, where I, Mr. Dave Joyner, love to bring you high-quality drawing tutorials on a regular basis, and I look forward to you coming back to join me for this final piece of this illustration tomorrow night. Thank you, and let's just take a peek at what we've done. Okay, so let's zoom out, and that's what we're looking at so far. We will come back in for some final inking when we're done here, and I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you.